I have a belief that the majority of people are in love with the idea of being in a relationship for what they think the relationship will do for them and how the relationship will make them feel, as opposed to being in love with just love. So let me put it to you this way. If you are looking for a relationship because you think that a relationship is going to make you feel more loved, more valued, more significant, more lovable, and you're going to be able to do things you've always wanted to do that you told yourself you couldn't do by yourself, then you are more in love with the idea of being in a relationship than you are with being in love with love itself. And it sounds a little bit strange, but here's what happens. We have, well, first of all, as human beings, we all want to feel seen. We want to feel like we're relevant, that we matter, and that we're loved. And all of this, the stories that we tell ourselves, because it is all about the stories we tell ourselves, and we learn things from a very, very young age. And I don't want to take you back into a journey into your past, not on this video anyways, but where you are today and what you believe to be true for yourselves about having the love of your life. And I believe that the love of your life is somebody who complements you, who adds something to your life, not somebody who is going to be the person that you lean on for support, and it needs to be your everything in order for you to feel good and right about yourself. It should be a complement to your life. And so here's what happens. If you are in a state where you are not feeling good enough, healthy enough, rich enough, slim enough, anything enough, you are then looking for an external source that is going to fill you up and make you feel better about yourself, so you don't feel so alone in the world and so dissatisfied with your life. And the irony of all of this is that, and you've probably experienced this for yourself, is that when you find yourself in a relationship, before you feel really good about yourself and feel really full up on yourself, so to speak, you'll find yourself in a relationship. And in the beginning, the relationship is freaking euphoric. And you think that you have met the person that you're going to be with forever and ever. And this person is like your soulmate and everything in the world is good and right. And finally, you can start doing all of the things that you want to do. And the relationship ignites like crazy, sparks everywhere. But then as the relationship progresses, you're starting to realize those pushed down, repressed feelings that you push down and repressed start to creep up again. Now all of a sudden, you start to feel that restlessness, that dissatisfaction, that the feeling that, there's got to be more, and then you're not doing everything that you want to do. And maybe some old patterns and habits and rumblings start to stir up in you again. and you become really unhappy in that inner dialogue and that inner chatter, and all of a sudden things start to fall apart in your relationship, and you find yourself single again. And and the icing on the cake is we make it about the other person, what the other person did that was wrong. Okay, maybe he cheated. Yeah, well, that's not really cool, right? But maybe he didn't give you the love and attention that you wanted or needed. Maybe he didn't say the right thing. Maybe he didn't do the right things. Maybe he didn't take out the garbage, do the dishes, clean up after himself, whatever, right? But we make it about somebody else. But the reality is that it's not about somebody else. It is always about what's going on internally for us. And that's really where it needs to start. They say, Louise Hay has, her whole thing was, you can heal your life. And for years and years, I used to say, like, what do we need to heal ourselves from anyways? And I've discovered, for me, healing yourself means like just taking responsibility for how we feel about ourselves. And for me, that's truly what I feel. Be responsible for ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, and don't make somebody else responsible for how we feel. So that's what that is. But somebody first of all, there's this whole buzz thing around you should love yourself. Just love yourself. Just love yourself. And that really is true. You do need to love yourself. But when you're in that place, and I have been in this place myself, and I have perpetuated so many horrible relationships, and it's why now I do what I do. But when you're in that place of really not loving and honoring and taking care of yourself the way you would take care of a little baby and nurture it and love it and care for it, when you're not doing that for yourself and you're making somebody else responsible for it, that never works out. That's just tragedy all over the place. But you'll recognize perhaps yourself in some of these things. So, it's getting really bright out. You might become shut down, go within yourself, and really not let friendships and joyful things to come into your life. Everything is misery. You become disorganized. Your mind becomes cluttered. You become confused. You can't think straight. You think that there's something wrong. There's always something wrong. So you search and search and search and search. You go to this workshop and you do this class and you read this thing online and you're searching for answers. And actually, that's a really good place to be, because at that point, you have an awareness that it's something internal with you that you would like to change. Okay, so other ways that, self-sabotaging yourself from doing the things that you want to be doing in your life. And, you might be drinking more or drugs, or you might become really depressed and anxious, or overeating, or your environment is, your physical surroundings. Maybe you just don't care if there's laundry piled up on the floor anymore, and you don't care what you eat anymore, and you don't care, if you exercise. You really get depressed, right? And now imagine taking all of that and the dialogue that you tell yourself, and why can't I figure this out? Why can't I do this? Why can't I find the love in my life? What is wrong with me? When is it going to be my turn, right? And the judgment and the criticism, not only of yourself, but perhaps even towards somebody else, other people. Sometimes it's just easier to criticize and judge other people, because then we don't have to look at our own junk, right? So, and that used to be me too. that really used to be me too. And I used to take all of that feeling that I needed somebody else to fix me. And I needed somebody else. If only I had somebody else, then my life would be better. If only I had somebody, then I could do that thing that I wanted to do. Oh, if only I had somebody in my life, I wouldn't feel so lonely and sad. That was me. That was really a sad case. And I had all kinds of excuses as to why I couldn't do any of this on my own, why I wasn't good enough, smart enough, slim enough, whatever enough. And, but I changed all that. And, you know, and I cleared up a bunch of stuff. But anyways, I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about you and how you can help yourself be more loving and kind and compassionate to yourself. And for me, I'll just share what I did. And that is a meditation practice. Definitely, for sure. And yeah, a meditation practice needs to be practiced, because with so much going on in our minds, how can we quiet our minds long enough to, you know, be still and let things kind of be washed away? So meditation is definitely something that needs to be practiced. And, you know, start by meditating, I don't know, 5 minutes a day, every day. You can do guided meditation. When I first started meditating, I would listen just to meditation sounds. I'd set a timer on my phone, and I would just focus on the music that was playing. For me, you know, a lot of people say meditate by just listening and following your breath. Well, the funny thing for me is that when I tried to follow my breath, all of a sudden it's like I forgot how to breathe. So that didn't work for me. I needed a different mechanism for that. So I put on some meditation music, and that seemed to help me calm down. And at first, for the meditation, you know, nothing transformative happened. Nothing, for me anyways. But I felt that the more I did it, the less anxious and upset I was throughout my day. So I felt a little bit more calm throughout my day. And I still meditate every single day, but my meditation practice has changed to be more of an energetic connection to light and to source energy. And I won't go down too far down that rabbit hole today on this video. The other thing that I started doing was doing some energy healing. So Access Consciousness has bars, which is a process where the practitioner touches several points on your head to clear and to remove energetic blocks that we're hanging on to. I am an Access Bars practitioner, so if you live locally to me in Victoria, you can contact me, and I'd be happy to get you in and do a session for you. That, for me, really made a big difference as well. So, you know, you have to start somewhere to let go and unpack and declutter all of the stuff that lies underneath that's stopping you from having the relationship and the love that you want to have in your life. So I'm going to leave a link below on how to contact me if you want to get some support. I'm also going to leave a link below to find out more about what Access Bars is and Access Consciousness. And leave a comment below and let me know where you're at and some of the things that are coming up for you if you've watched this video to the end. And if you have, thanks so much. And I am Iris Sirianni. I am a relationship coach helping women find the love of their life. So bye for now. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye.